Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. We are back again for the final best out of 3 series here, and it's the most decisive one in this group for sure. I mean, everything is riding on the line, and let me just say first, let me just break it down a little bit for you guys. Everything is riding on Heldacarite right now, because if he is able to win here against Ai2tto, then Boonhammy will go through. But if he loses against Ai2tto, then Ai2tto is going to be going through. Is that correct? I hope I made that correct. Yes?
Yes, that's right. So Heldacarite is going to be the judge, the jury, and the executioner for these two players. If he wins, then Boonhammy is going to go through. If he loses, Ai2tto is going to go through into the playoffs.
Yep, so it's a pretty interesting one. By the way, my name is Larc, and with me is none other than Katips. How you doing, man?
Well met, everybody. I'm doing well. We are now in the last match of Group F, and it is very exciting. We are seeing a lot of aggression in this set compared to yesterday's control decks.
Yep, it's definitely the case, and man, I'm just so excited because this is like the really ace match, so to speak, down to the wire, man. Are we gonna see the Singaporeans help each other out? That's the question. We've got Boonhammy here. Sorry, not Boonhammy. Ai2tto versus Heldacarite. Let us see how it's gonna break down. And here we go. It's gonna be the Warlock versus the Druid. So Ai2tto gonna go with his Druid here.
Did you just say that you were gonna collude with Team Singapore? Hey, now.
No, I'm just saying.
Just because this is your big chance to meet the Filipinos in the playoffs, come on.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm pretty sad nonetheless. I'm just gonna root for whoever. Malaysians have practically let me down. So.
Oh man. Anyway, we are off. Heldacarite opening with the annoying Shield Bear, getting a lot of action in the Zoo decks in the cycle 2 of eHL.
Oh, there we go. We see Nat Pagel actually. That's a pretty interesting one. Ai2tto there, still running the Nat Pagel. He really likes it. The Watcher is finally making an appearance, and both of them are actually on the board. So that's looking pretty good for him. And right now a 0-4 and a 0-4 on the board. They're just like staring at each other. I don't want to fight, neither do I. It's kind of hilarious.
They're just doing a stare down. You hit me. No, you hit me.
Exactly. So there we go. Oh, unfortunately no fishes.
Oh, Nat. Such a disappointment now, Nat. Why do you stick around and torment us with your card draw?
Exactly. And he's definitely gonna die here. There's really no question without a doubt. But now he can actually play the Harvest Golem. I don't think he needs to play the doggy there. I actually think maybe a doggy is fine. Like between the Shield Bear and the Taunt there. Yep, there we go. That's a 1-4 and a 2-3. And he's just gonna kill off the Nat Pagel, make sure there's no more draws, and get 2 damage into the face. That's pretty good. Can even play his Archer Square. There we go.
That is pretty good. So now Heldacarite with a nearly full board with 5 minions in play, and Ai2tto is about to... Oh, so unfortunately he doesn't have any Innervate, so he can't play a Taunt, so he does go for his Golem instead.
For sure. So there we go. The Harvest Golem there, unfortunately, will not be able to attack that turn. There's another Harvest Golem. Now he's actually going to tap, it seems. No, he's going to play his Harvest Golem. There we go. Harvest Golem on the board for Heldacarite. I think no option there. Definitely, do you think he should trade with the Harvest Golem here or just go for face?
I think he should just go for the face. He has an early lead. It is only turn 4. I think he can get as much value of his creatures on the board as much as he can and just go for the face, but he chooses to play safe instead.
So it seems like he just doesn't want to lose any single one of his minions here. And I guess that's fine. Things like Swipe also won't get as much value because you've got to choose a target. Not everything here is going to die.
That's right.
So that's a really good comeback there. And again, it's kind of funny. The Watchers are just staring at the zoo. They're practically watching the zoo right now. Those are people who feed the animals, and right now they're definitely feeding them.
They're literally just watching them. No means of stopping them, just letting them through. They're just standing at the gate.
Oh, there we go. We've got a Young Priestess. The Young Priestess value going to start ramping up here. Next turn, definitely Argent Commander. A good play. We've got the Soulfire as well. So if you think about it, does he have lethal next turn? Let's see. 2, 2, 4, 5. 5 plus 2, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus the 4. Yep, he has lethal next turn. So Ai2tto, man, if he doesn't put a taunt up here, he's definitely gonna die.
Ooh, that is nice. It's almost Murloc level of aggression, turn 5 kill. So let's see. Of course, he has to play the taunt. He has no other choice. Otherwise, he would have gotten killed off in the next turn.
Yep, it's really crazy right now. Oh, the double Soulfire. Now this is the sad case. He wants the double direct damage here, but he's not gonna get it. It's a little bit unfortunate. So at least he's gonna be able to get rid of that taunt right there on the board. There we go. 4 damage to the face. He's gonna be able to deal. How much damage is that? He's gonna be able to deal. My math is slow. That's 3. That's 2. That's 5. That's 6. 7, 8. 8 plus that's 12 damage. That's 12 damage on the board. That's really good.
That's 3 left. Oh boy, it's getting exciting.
That is a very scary, very scary thing to deal with. And right now, I'm not sure what Ai2tto can do because it seems like we can't really see his cards. Okay, we lost connection there for Ai2tto there, so unfortunately we can't see what's in hand. But look at that Defender of Argus. That will potentially save the day here, although I still think it's not gonna be enough. What is he gonna get? Shattered Sun Flare. That's even gonna make it even better. Okay, here. What does he need to do? Shattered Sun the 4-2, run it into the 5-6, I guess.
Yep. I think that's a solid move.
And then the 2-1 to the 5-6, I believe.
Tricky.
Okay, so he's gonna have to kill his minions in the order that he will be able to utilize the doggy here. So definitely run that into it. Is 2-5. No, he's 1-1 shield into the 5-1.
Yep, I like the 1-1 into the 5. Oh, why did he use the damaged golem?
Oh, I guess okay. I guess because he wants to utilize the doggy a little bit more effectively here. Okay, so 2 here towards the
Watcher,
the Watcher, so it'll be down to 4, then plus another 2, and then he can run his. Oh, he will still be 1 off lethal though. But next turn we all know what's coming. That's the Defender of Argus. I mean the Argent Commander, sorry.
That's right. Argent Academy churning out the greats. Argent Commander, Argent Protector.
Wow.
Oh, what? Is that 3? No, that's.
That was a big mistake, I feel. Okay, there we go.
Oh, okay, there's
that
the
was
oops. Oh man, that was.
Yeah, he could have been able to at least put him down to 1 life.
That's right. I think he got it. I think he got a little excited and forgot that his dog were not a permanent buff.
Yep. Okay, so it seems here that now Ai2tto still again not too sure what he has in hand because we did lose connection. I believe this is a swipe. Yep, swipe is going to be coming out here. He's probably going to hero power up and then still die. So without a doubt, we already know that Helda is going to win this first game here. Even though he has that 1 armor, Argent Commander, he's going to storm towards Northrend, and here we go. What is he going to get even from the tap? Oh, Doomguard again. More than enough. He wins the game easily.
More than enough.
Yep. Heldacarite there, man. Wins 1 game. Yep.
Heldacarite taking it despite that little bit of an excitable misplay in that last turn, but still, Team Argent, hashtag Argent Commander, hashtag MVP. So
pretty strong showing there. A very good one indeed. And that was just a really crazy matchup in my opinion. I'm really curious to see what Ai2tto is going to have to bring to the table now because Heldacarite, man, he looked really strong in that matchup. It just felt like that Druid was practically fighting for his life. He was getting drowned, and then he came to the surface, and then Heldacarite just practically pushed his head back down again and just completely drowned to death. And that's just what it felt like. And I don't know, man. What do you think he's gonna open?
Yeah,
up?
that's right. Watcher Druids just left. He was just left watching. He had those 2 Druids on board. Well, he did get the Defender of Argus later in a later turn. He had a few turns where he just couldn't do anything against the Zoo Rushdown. So now Ai2tto needs 2 games to keep himself alive and go into the playoffs, or will he be stopped by Heldacarite's Zoo again in the next game? So find out. Let's see what he comes up with.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Zoo deck is just too damn strong, man. And like you said, I mean, it was really funny that it was the Druid that was just watching him there. He was just watching and waiting.
Just watching.
Hoping for some sign of hope, but just couldn't find any traction, man. Heldacarite, he's one step closer to getting his fellow Singaporean Boonhammy through. So we're gonna have to wait and see how well this game is gonna go. But yeah, man, it's looking
So we
pretty
we actually haven't seen a clear answer to Zoo yet. We're seeing it go 2-0 against really strong control decks. We've seen it be the difference in the best of 3 series. We haven't seen a clear-cut answer that's very reliable, as reliable as the Zoo is. So it's a little bit. I think it's the Zoo deck is the meta changer at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, it's gonna be the handlock. I feel this is a even harder matchup for the handlock because he's gonna be faced with a crazy amount of damage and huge board coming in from Heldacarite. Like he doesn't even need to like just keep in the 18 range because he definitely can do like 18 damage in one turn for sure. If he like gets a whole bunch of minions on the board.
That's right. And Heldacarite, of course, getting a pretty strong opening hand, he decides to coin into Life Juggler, giving him a lot of options next turn. Ooh, Lord Walker Cho, hello.
That's a pretty good one. There's already one of the giants in hand for Ai2tto, so Ai2tto can look to be pretty helpful right now. I think this Ancient Watcher is gonna slow down the aggression from Zoo, so Zoo might actually be in a lot of trouble here because the next turn we're probably gonna see that being taunted up by the Sunfear Protector.
Yes, definitely. And of course, for those wondering why Lord Walker Cho would be in a Zoo deck, it's to counter the removal spells. So if you put Lord Walker Cho down, and your opponent decides to play something like a Swipe or a Soulfire against it, you get a copy of that card as well. So it's in a way, it's since your opponent is using removals against you, you get to use your removals against him in a later turn.
Yep, definitely. And if you think about this though, we're probably gonna see Ai2tto block off this path right now towards his face with that Sunfear Protector. But the thing is that's actually gonna die really quickly to that Soulfire.
That's right.
So, he gets a Soulfire of his own. Now, he's actually going to end the turn. Interesting. So, Heldacarite here probably can play, his Flame Imp and Lord Walker Cho, and then Soulfire.
But then, wouldn't that give a second Soulfire to Ai2tto?
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, he didn't taunt it up, so I guess he doesn't need to worry about it. Just go for face. That's pretty good. It's looking very nice already right now. 17 life already for this Warlock, and he is down to the wire right now. What do you think he should play as here?
Ooh, Shadow Flame? Pretty critical. Yeah, I think Shadow Flame is the best choice at the moment. He would definitely take out the entire board. But that gives Heldacarite his own Shadow Flame, so that might come in. This might be a crucial play later on.
Well, we're gonna see a pretty interesting play here. I believe the only thing right now is just the Harvest Golem and end the turn. And yep, that's about it. And right now, Ai2tto can actually start putting a bit of more pressure because if he taps, actually he won't have enough mana to play Mountain Giant, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Do you think he should just play his Twilight Drake? Oh, he's actually going to. Yeah, there we go. Yep,
Twilight Drake is of course a very strong option here with Heldacarite not having any silences.
Now, do you think he should? What do you think is his best play here? Like buffing up the Golem and then playing the Voidwalker and then keep going for face, or?
I think he can take the damage and just keep on going for the face. 4 damage isn't going to do much right now at 27 health.
Oh, he opted to trade. What is he going to lose? He loses Shadow Flame, so not the worst problem in the world.
Yeah. Well, he still has Argent Commander. That's probably going to be the key finisher later on.
So the Argent Commander there, still sitting in the hand there for Heldacarite. He definitely wants to use that, and a little bit to his dismay, Mountain Giant comes out, and that's really annoying right now. Firewalk Alpha is pretty good though.
Here comes Maktung, my teammate. Sorry, shoutouts to Maktung.
Yes, Maktung, yes. The Stone Giant there in the podcast case for you guys who did tune in. Okay, he's actually gonna play the Argent Commander here, and he's gonna deal about how much that 10 damage to the face, and he actually has lethal next turn. But the Shadow Flame again, that's the second Shadow Flame that Ai2tto can use.
Yep. He just needs to... Oh, unfortunately, there is a taunt. He couldn't have run into Argent Commander and make sure everything gets removed. But...
Well, actually, he can just taunt it up, to be honest.
That's true. And that would be a massive trade in the favor of Ai2tto because that is a beefy 8/8 wall.
So here I'm guessing he should probably just taunt up. And...
He could have placed earlier, actually. If you see now, Heldacarite could have put Argent Commander beside the the Shattered Sun Cleric, and he could have gotten value off of a dog between the two of them for more damage. So let's see what the Mortal Coil gives him.
He gets the Irving Farseer. Oh, he's actually gonna taunt up both the Mountain Giant and the Sunfury Protector, so that's pretty good.
Ooh,
So those
very nice.
are big taunts that he can't run through, and he already used both his Soulfires. Well,
And
I mean,
lost
he
lost his Shadow Flame too, so that could have been crucial. He could have run Argent Commander into the Giant and then Shadow Flame to kill the entire board.
Well, he does have an option here. He can still get rid of the Mountain Giant, so this is really good for him. Dire Doggy plus a Mortal Call. That's a very, very nice usage there. So I believe his best option is to actually... what do you think here? Run the bubble into it. That will deal 5 damage, but it'll still be down to 3.
And then lose the Sunfury, Shattered Sun Cleric, and then play the dogs? I'm not sure.
Well, he could alternatively also dog and then kill off the Sunfury Protector, keep the Mountain Giant alive, and then run the 5/2 into the Mountain Giant, leave it at about 3 life.
Take the risk of being at 14 damage, 14 health next turn? Sorry, 16 health next turn?
Do you think you should trade the Shattered Sun Cleric with the Mountain Giant or with the 3/4? I guess with the 3/4 is fine. Yeah.
I think the Mountain Giant's too big of a threat to be left alive, so I think Heldacarite agrees, and he chooses to sacrifice his Shattered Sun Cleric into the Giant.
I'm not a Mountain Giant. That is crazy.
She just threw herself off of the mountain, and
Well, I mean, he still even has Shadow Flame. He can clear the board easily here. He can also just not do that. He's thinking, okay, Shadow Flame with on top of Leroy Jenkins is fine, I think. He's gonna be able to get a huge minion on the board. That's actually crazy amount of damage right now. He's going to go ahead and Shadow Flame his Defender of Argus, I believe. And he has huge minions on board. That's effectively 9 damage each turn.
ooh, that's pretty intense. That's a lot of value. Clearing Heldacarite's entire board.
We might see a 3rd game. Oh my god, this is pretty interesting. I think
Ai2tto clinging to his tournament life.
Yep. Here we go. What is the answer gonna be? Okay, what can Heldacarite top deck from a life tap here that can save him?
So he's lost both of his Soul Fires. He can top deck an Argent Commander.
Yeah, that's actually really good. Yep. So Argent Commander will sort of save the day a bit. It's a little unfortunate he had to run through the taunts. That will die 100%.
Yeah.
And that's a big Mountain Giant, by the way. Holy shit.
Does
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's it.
The life tap practically got him into the range to die. So unfortunately for him, it's just not enough so far gonna pull through, and we are really gonna go into the ace match. Wow, what a way to make it for the final best out of 3. Heldacarite. Woof.
For a group with so many big swings of 0-2 and 2-0s, the fact that on the last game, in the most crucial game, we're going into a 3rd game, so it is pretty exciting.
Definitely. So definitely, let's see how this last matchup is going to be, because it is gonna be so insane here. We've got Heldacarite versus Ai2tto in the best out of 3. The ace match coming up right now. The final game here. Who is gonna be going through the playoffs? Is it gonna be Ai2tto? I'm sorry for Heldacarite. Or is it gonna be Boonhammy? That's the question. Heldacarite, is he gonna be able to win it for his Singaporean teammate there? That is another question.
Could there be some collusion in play? Oh no, we don't know what they're talking about behind our backs in Sky. But we are going into the 3rd game of the last set of the last of this group in Cycle 2 of Season 1 eHL. Stick with us, and I hope you're enjoying yourselves. We're going to this 3rd game, very exciting 3rd game.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really hoping that we can see a pretty awesome showing here in this last one. So we know that definitely the hand block is going to be faced against one of the decks coming up from Heldacarite. And what do you think it's gonna be?
Well, we know from earlier that we saw that deck earlier called the Navi deck. So what do you think about him using that possibly in this next match?
Well, it seems like he is gonna choose it, so now
Alright.
be a boast. Let's see if he can carry in Hearthstone as well as he can carry in Dota 2. The only time can tell, but here we go. We're jumping right into the game, and look at that starting hand. Stormwind Knight, double
Wow.
executing Cleaves. Wow. Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty strong opening hand. So it does look like a bit of an
Oh.
egg. Oh, what?
Stone Tusk Boar.
Stone Tusk Boar. Oh my goodness.
I don't think I've seen that in forever.
Even Reynad, who developed the first warrior aggro deck, is just Stone Tusk Boar.
Is that really as helpful? Interesting. So he's gonna actually coin out. Do you think coining out the Silverhand Recruit was? I mean, Knight there was. I mean, Board Hand Knight or whatever it's called.
South Sea Deckhand?
South Sea Deckhand. Oh my
Board
God.
hand. Well, oh my, I don't know what to think about this deck. We're seeing Stormwind Champion. What is this?
Well, unfortunately for him, Mortal Coil is gonna be easy answer here. He's gonna lose on 2 damage. That is not even gonna be able to attack. I felt like he should have just kept that for when he had a weapon. And now he's gonna be only attacking with that one little Stone Tusk Boar and armoring up. I think Heldacarite is looking in a pretty bad spot so far. Doesn't have a play just yet, even for turn 3.
You know, I'm not seeing any gems on this card. Did he forget that he was running a free-to-play deck?
I guess so. I'm not too Our show is.
Stormwind Champion? I don't know.
I'm a little bit phased. So we're looking towards seeing a really huge giant coming out very soon. So that's another thing that is gonna.
Heldacarite, I don't know. Ai2tto is probably thinking he's probably still reeling off of that Stone Tusk Boar. Let's see.
I think that. All right. So we're gonna. Okay. So Ai2tto here. What do you think his best play is? Just to play the Twilight Drake?
Twilight Drake is always solid, so he doesn't get in the way of the giants later on. He's not strapped for mana, so I think it's a pretty strong play for him.
So yeah, Twilight Drake. I think probably the best choice. He's even thinking of tapping. He's actually gonna tap. So he needs to be careful. How many cards in hand does he have right now? 3, 6, 9. So yeah, he's fine. He's not gonna be overloaded, but we're gonna see charge coming out right now. Look at the aggression now starting to come out from Heldacarite. It's gonna dish in 4 damage. That's the longest standing
Stone Tusk Boar. And again, we're still not seeing any gems on these cards. These are all still free-to-play cards and part of the basic set.
Now he has the perfect answer here to deal with this. Execute in hand, cleave, execute. The best thing to do right now. Oh, he's actually gonna Arcanite Reaper. Wow, that for me feels questionable because now he doesn't have mana. Look at that. I think Heldacarite's playing a little bit too quickly for his own good. I honestly felt that even just cleaving there was better because he can still clear the board. So.
Well, I think he's just being mindful of the fact that more giants are to come. Twilight Drakes are still coming. Ancient Watchers haven't even been played yet, so maybe he's just taking that into consideration and trying to go for a different play.
Yeah, but it seems like it did make a mistake there, though. He was signaling, oops, mistakes are made, and a little bit unfortunate for him. Now, he is going to be able to clear this board. Definitely going to trade off his minion there with the Wolf Rider. Takes 8 damage to the face, and that's really unfortunate. He will be able, though, to execute it this time around.
Oh my goodness. What just happened? What is this deck?
Yeah, so, we're going to probably see a charging Stormwind Knight. Or are we gonna see the Bluegale come out? Bluegale plus attack and armor up. So he's slow. Actually, if you think about it, he's actually doing quite a decent amount of damage right now. He's down to about 12 life, and he still has another Arcanite Reaper in hand. And if you look at Ai2tto's hand, he only has 1 Taunter. That's about it.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, but he gets the Ancient Watch. That's a really good top deck. That
is the defense he needs right now.
Now. Let's see here. If he decides to taunt this up, yep, that's really good. I believe his Drake should kill off a 2-1. Oh, he's actually gonna go to face. Interesting. Force him to take more damage because he's gonna be forced to run himself into the 4-5 here.
Yep.
So it seems to me like second so far. Seems to me like Heldacarite is probably gonna be forced to attack into this.
Yeah, I don't think he has many options. It's a Korkorn Elite. But that's not going to do much with its 4 health. It's going to still
Oh,
force
well,
him to take a bit of damage.
Well, actually, you can cleave here. Kill off one. Okay, see where cleave goes.
Oh, that's true.
And if cleave is gonna be able to hit the 4/5, we can always just use that. Could always just use the
Corcoran Elite.
yeah, the Corcoran lead. Oh, it doesn't hit the target he wanted. It's a little bit.
Oof.
That's looking very tough. He's gonna lose 2 minions here.
Yeah.
Well, he is down to 10 life, and all he needs is just 2 more swings. But the problem with that is Lord Jiraxis is already in the hand for Ai2tto. So I don't think we're gonna be seeing any chopped heads anytime soon.
Yeah. Too bad. Jiraxis, of course, is gonna swing the favor greatly back in Ai2tto's favor. That's gonna put him in a nice position. And Heldacarite running a little bit out of options.
He's really running out of steam for sure. Faceless Manipulator, seems like he wants to play that. Now, would you actually opt to go for a bit more damage by throwing in like Soulfire right now?
Yeah, why not keep Heldacarite, rocking back on his heels, but instead he chooses to play Faceless Manipulator and playing down the Blood Mage.
Well, I guess it's true because that is so close to game.
Oh my gosh, that is so close.
Well, even then he wouldn't have enough. He would be one off.
Yeah, so he was 1 mana and 1 attack away from completing it. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Well, here I guess this is an easy Lord Jiraxis. I think there's no need to think about that.
Yep.
Or is he gonna be able to wait? Does he win this game? Let's see if the Soulfire is gonna be able to not.
Will the
drag out
RNG
the
gods?
Oh, okay, yeah, just to make sure. Okay, just to make sure. All right. Oh wait,
that's
that's
it.
okay. I mean, he does have the attack. What am I talking about? Yeah, he doesn't even need the Soulfire. He can just attack with Lord Jiraxis. Well, that's a pretty interesting way for Ai2tto to win. What a way to win this game. That is pretty awesome, man. And
so that's the second game today in this group where we saw a big legendary finisher. Earlier it was Ragnaros. Now Jiraxis, getting tired of staying in the deck, taking out, flexing his muscles, and taking the win for Ai2tto, who will now join the playoffs.
yeah, it's looking really good for Ai2tto. I mean, he was able to win in style. The Golden Jiraxis, man. What a way to finish it. And then the Soulfire with that 5 damage because of the spell damage to the board. It's really good for him. So yeah, I think he's got to be pretty happy with the way that things have turned out, and he did have a really close matchup here in the final one, but nonetheless he is going to be going through playoffs, so that's pretty good for him.
Yep. And unfortunately, I'm sorry, free-to-play players, that is just an example of getting stomped on by a much more expensive deck. It is possible, but he didn't get the options. He was a few turns away from lethal. He did put up a good fight. He did get a lot of value out of that Stone Tusk boar, but unfortunately, Lord Jiraxis is having none of that and finishing it with his big beefy arm.